Today, Baba tells us that He is the one who shows the path. And there is a song in Bhakti, show me the path. I am the blind one. Show me the path. And Baba says that people sing these songs, but they don't realize why they call themselves blind. Because it is not a matter of these two eyes. Everybody has these two eyes, physical eyes, but they still call themselves blind. And then they say, show us the path, O God. Nainheen ko raha dikhao Prabhu. So I am blind, show us the path, dear God, they say. And then Baba says, which path is it that Baba shows? Because you want to go from Delhi to Gurgaon or Pune or London, you know that. So those paths we know. So which path do we seek from Baba? So Baba says, I show you the path to liberation and liberation in life, to Mukti, Jivan Mukti. How do you go back home? And how do you go to the world of peace and happiness? That is the path I show. And of course, nothing about Baba or this Gyan is physical. So the traveler on the path, the soul is non-physical. And the place where we want to go to, at least the soul world is non-physical. And then the new world is physical, but it is in the future. And then we have to go. So there is no physical path. So what is the path? So Baba tells us that the path is remembrance and purity. So when I remember Baba and I purify myself, then I can go to that world of purity. Because both the worlds, the soul world and the new world, they are both pure worlds. So if I remember Baba and become pure, I can go there. But there is a catch. Baba says that only if you are soul conscious, you can see this path. So when you're soul conscious, you can remember Baba, you can understand the difference between purity and impurity, pure actions and impure actions. And by choosing pure actions, you can choose the sanskars or create the sanskars of purity that will sustain us in the new world. But for that, we need soul consciousness. And although Baba tells us the path, only those who are soul conscious can see the path. And if you can see the path, you can walk over it and you can reach your destination. So what is it about soul consciousness? So Baba today says, first thing is, the knowledge of the soul tells you that you are the master of your body and your sense organs. So you are the one using them. You are the one using your mind, intellect, sanskars. You are the one using your organs of the body. So if you are not soul conscious, then the language you speak is thoughts came to my mind. My hand got raised, my eyes got pulled, my ears got affected. So this is the language we speak when we are body conscious. We don't know that we have a choice. So Baba says that first thing is you have to understand that you are a soul and you are doing everything through the body. So you are the one using your mind, intellect, and sanskar. So it is completely your prerogative what you want to think in the mind, where you want to focus through the buddhi, and what karma you want to do through your actions, through your body, and what are the sanskars that you want to create. It is completely your choice. So, have you become that soul conscious? Or do you still think that the mind is the one that is driving me crazy? Or my buddhi is, all over the place. My focus is, I cannot concentrate and I cannot focus. My focus is scattered and I can't collect it. Or my sense organs tell me what to do, what not to do. So, are you in that place or are you soul conscious? Now, can you become soul conscious just like that? You cannot become soul conscious just like that. You have to practice to be soul conscious. And the most important thing is staying in the awareness. So you are a soul anyway, but what awareness are you in while getting up, eating, driving, waking, so or sleeping, or talking, or going and doing work? What is it that you hold in your awareness? So, do you consciously make that effort to hold in your awareness that I am a soul and I'm peaceful? Because whatever will be your awareness will be your stage. Now, if you don't consciously make the effort to be soul conscious or keep your spiritual truth in your awareness, then obviously your awareness will be dictated by who you are with, or by the drishti of someone you're with, or by the vibrations of the atmosphere, or by the circumstances. So then you will not have control over your awareness if you are not consciously making effort to be in a certain awareness. Yes, just like if there is a garden, not a garden, actually a piece of land, and you don't consciously cultivate it to produce flowers and beautiful plants, then naturally weed and the other stuff, grass and other stuff, will bushes will grow there, because you are not consciously making an effort to cultivate that garden. So, are you making that effort to be conscious? So, I remember yesterday I was giving drishti, and then drishti and giving tilak. So, there was this one person who asked me, what is giving drishti? So, what do you do when you're giving drishti? So, I said, I hold one powerful thought in my awareness about myself, and one powerful thought for the one who is sitting in front of me. So that is, and then I allow that, that thought to communicate through the eyes and in the remembrance of Baba. That is called giving drishti. So, for example, if I take a thought that I am Baba's child, and I'm taking Baba's drishti, and my eyes are radiating the love that Baba has for this beloved child of his sitting in front of me. So I have this thought that I am Baba's beloved child, and Baba is giving me a lot of love. And this child in front of me is also Baba's beloved child. and I'm giving Baba's love to this child, and this child is receiving it through the drishti. So you see, thoughts are so powerful. But the thing is, you have to consciously stabilize yourself in that thought. So awareness is also built through that thought. So are you soul conscious all the time? Do you make an effort to speak this language to yourself, that I'm a soul and I'm peaceful or I'm powerful, depending on any situation? Let's say you are in a situation where somebody is dismissing or undermining your actions or your presence, and then you are not soul conscious at that time. What does not being soul conscious mean? That you are not making any conscious attempt to stabilize yourself in self-worth at that time. So if you're not telling yourself that I am a soul and I'm worthy because Baba loves me, then whatever the other person is saying or doing will affect you. And once it affects you, then, undoing it becomes a task. You have to put in effort to do it. So, for example, Dadi Janki ji always used to give this example that when you walk on a street and then you see that there is muddy water, on the sides, and it could splash on you when a vehicle passes, then what would you do? You would take care that it doesn't get splashed on you. Because once it gets splashed on you, then you have to put in a lot of effort to cleanse it. You will have to use water and detergent and time and effort to cleanse it. But if you just paid a little attention, then you will not have to pay that much, invest that much effort. So Baba says that, do you make an effort to stay soul conscious? So first thing is, you are soul conscious, and when you're soul conscious, then you are like sitting on the lotus seat. You are not influenced by the environment. So you have a choice. You hear what you want to hear, you see what you want to see, you think what you want to think. You are not influenced unduly by the atmosphere. So everyone is there, everything is there, but then you have a choice about whether it affects you or it doesn't affect you. Or you do something about it or not do something about it. So you're not in reactionary mode. And Baba says you have to make effort to be soul conscious first. Because a soul that is subservient to the sense organs, that soul doesn't have the choice of who to remember and what to do. So if I have to remember Baba, then I should be in a position where I choose who I am remembering. Yes, otherwise, in the world, people don't choose who they are remembering. If you ask somebody in the world to stop remembering those who gave them sorrow, they say, we are not remembering. That is coming to us. Yes, you tell anybody that, so there was this one person who was telling me, my overthinking is killing me. So what should I do? So I said, stop overthinking. So he said, how can that be possible? I am not overthinking. Thoughts are coming to me. There was another person who said that I'm always constantly remembering my mother who died 13 years ago. And then I can't stop remembering my mother. In everything, I'm remembering my mother. So then I told them, you stop remembering your mother and you remember the Supreme Father, Baba. And they said, no, that's not possible. I'm not remembering her. Remembrance is coming to me. So you have to understand first that only when you're soul conscious, you are in complete awareness that you are the master and you are the one remembering, you are the one choosing to act, speak, think, and you can change it as soon as you want to. So that is the state of soul consciousness. And only when you are soul conscious do you have access to the path, which is remembrance of Baba. So when you're soul conscious and you know that I'm the one who is thinking and focusing, so let me just turn my attention to the soul world and remember Baba. And I have a choice whether to, to be pulled by sounds and sights outside or not be pulled by them. So that is why Baba says only those who are soul conscious can see the path. And then another aspect of walking on the path is becoming pure. And when you're body conscious, you think that your purity is not an individual choice. Yes? So you think that your actions, your behaviors, your interactions with other people are not your choice. You are bound by religion, duty, relationship, and then, you have to, there's this feeling of I have to behave in this manner. So you cannot not be lustful, not be attached, not be greedy, not be burdened. I remember there was this one brother and he came and he said that I am the only son in the family. So I have a lot of burden on me and I have to earn and feed my family. So I said, there is no have to. I said, you can say the same things without have to. So you are qualified, you're working, you're earning. So you choose to spend that money on your physical family, and that's okay. But why all this have to, and I have burden of my family, and it's not required. Why are you unnecessarily burdening yourself? You can just, have this thought that I am very fortunate, I am educated, qualified, my buddhi is working well, I am earning a good amount, and I choose to spend it on my family members. That's it. It is that easy. And then he said, no, I can't do many things. So I said, no, you can do it. You're just making a choice. So you see that, this thing, this sense of, my life and my actions are not my own. My body is not my own. My feelings are not my own. I'm supposed to feel like this. I'm supposed to do like this. I'm supposed to. So these are all the, these are all the belief systems that tell you that purity is not an individual choice. Purity, your thought, word, and act is dictated by somebody else. But it is not. You are making that choice to be dictated by somebody else because you didn't know better. Until now, you were body conscious, but now you know that your thought, word, and act is going to create your destiny. It's not going to create anybody else's destiny. So how can you give your remote control to somebody else when your thought, word, and act is going to create your destiny. So, how can your purity be somebody else's decision, or your the decision of your circumstances, or the decision of the people around you, or the people who you call your own? How can that be if it is creating your destiny? And do you remember that we hear the story of Valmiki? Yes, and so Valmiki ji was a dacoit, and he used to steal for the. So no, you think he used to steal, thinking that that's his duty towards the family. And we have all heard that story when Narad ji asked him to, stop stealing, and then he said, "No, I'm doing it for my family." So he said, "Okay, then ask your family whether they will be party to your crime, to your sin." And then he went and he asked them, and they all refused. They said, "No, we will share the fruits of your stealing, but we will not share your sin." Because that's the choice you are making to feed us. Your feeding us is your duty. How you do it is your prerogative. So then Valmiki ji got into his senses and he thought, why am I, making these decisions when I have to bear the burden of it? So let me just become a tapasvi. So this is the story of Valmiki ji. And so we have been hearing these stories since ages, but we don't understand the implications of these. And Baba tells us that your thought, word, and act is creating your fortune, and it is nobody else's choice, nobody else's decision to make. Your purity is completely in your choice and in your power. Staying free from any sense of burden, staying free from any sense of greed, any sense of lust. You don't have any duty to gratify somebody's physical needs because that is a husband or a wife. No, you don't have any such duty. Because what you do is going to create your fortune. And don't be, you just have to fight your sanskars. Don't think purity is a decision that other people have to make for you. So you don't need permission from anybody to be pure. You don't need permission to be lust-free, greed-free, attachment-free, ego-free. You don't need permission from anybody to be that. And there are many children who are Kumars and Kumaris, and they feel that, we have to get married because our parents want us to. No, there is no obligation on your part this is no duty of you to make your parents happy by, sitting on the pyre of lust. There is no such duty. And everybody should know that. So Baba says that when you are soul conscious, you know that purity is your birthright. Peace is your birthright. Happiness is your birthright. And nobody can tell you that, you are committing some kind of sin or crime by choosing purity, peace, and happiness. People make you feel bad and miserable for being happy also. Don't they? They come to the centers and they tell us, you people are happy because you've got no job. No, you people are not doing anything all through the day. That's why you're happy. And they know nothing about what we do in the day. They have no idea. And still, they would be so presumptuous and say that, You are happy because you have nothing to do, and we are stressed because we are doing a lot of work. And so your happiness is an indication of you being worthless. So then you have to just know that no, happiness is my birthright and I can exercise it. And I don't have to be unhappy in order to make other people feel comfortable. Yes, so do you know that in one company, one candidate was rejected by saying you're too happy, so we can't give you a position in our company because you're too happy, and we can't have such a happy person walking around. So these are the, so you have to understand. So only soul consciousness makes you understand that you are a soul, and peace, purity, happiness are your birthright, and you don't have any obligation to be vicious. And only then can you make the choice to be pure. Because you must know that you have a choice before you make that choice. And when you're body conscious, you are conditioned into believing that, purity is not a choice for you. Yes, or if you are a mother and you are not in tension about your child, yes, you're not stressed about your child, then you're a bad mother. Yes. So, but no, you have the right to be peaceful. You can, you have to take care of the child, but being stressed and being tensed is not part of your duty. So that much you should know. And I remember, there was this one time when I was in office, and somebody told me that you are not taking things seriously. So I said, and how do you know that? So they said, because you are not tensed. So I said, okay, if I roam about tense, will that do? So then you will be convinced that I'm taking things seriously. I will not do any work but then. So give me that in writing, that even if I don't do anything about the matter in concern, but I'm tensed all day, then that's enough for you. So then they just kept quiet, and I said, not doing anything about something is not being concerned about it. My not being tensed is not a sign that I'm not concerned about something. So, these are the things that we are conditioned into. And Baba says that I'm showing you the path, and the path is just choose pure actions. Just choose to remember Baba. But for that, you need to be soul conscious. You need to be very, very in the realization that I am a soul and I am the master. And I have a choice, and this is my life, and this is my, I don't have any obligation except towards following Srimad. Yes, everything else you choose because it makes sense. So somebody is, so somebody told me, is taking care of a little child my duty? So I said, no, taking care of any little one is a duty. So, even if, somebody is not your child, but that little one is just, trying to harm themselves, would you not save them? Because you have the sensibility of where you have to help and where you don't have to. So somebody who is not in a position to help themselves, they need help. So when somebody is very little, you need to give them physical help also. So that is sensibility, that is not duty. That is not an obligation, that is sensibility. You are a soul with a conscience. And if your conscience says that you need to do this, you need to do this. And I will tell you one example. You see, we BKs, we Brahmins, do not give money in any task except for Baba's seva. That's a law we follow, right? But I will tell you one incident. There was this one lady, and she came knocking at the center at 10:30 in the night one day. And then I opened the door and I saw this lady, and she had, once in 3-4 months, I had seen her coming to the center and just prostrating in front of Baba's photo in the room, and I had seen her doing these things. So, but she had not done the course or anything. And then she came, and it was 10:30 in the night, and then she was crying badly, and she was in a very bad condition. And then she told me, I just need one place to sleep in the night. And then I asked her, don't you have any family member? So she said, I have a father, but that father is not entertaining me, and he's saying do whatever you want, and I'm not responsible. So I said, okay, call your father, let me talk to him. And then she dialed the number, and then I talked to that person, and he said, yes, I'm the father and I don't care. Let her die. So I asked him, what is the reason? So he said that because she couldn't survive in her in-laws' family. So she couldn't survive with her in-laws. So I have no business with her. And I got her married, and now I have no duty towards her. And then she told that her in-laws used to beat her, and now she's abandoned and she has nowhere to go. She has no money. And then I couldn't keep her in the center because it becomes a big issue if something happens in the night. So then I gave her some money so that she could find a place in a hotel and stay that night, which we don't usually do. We are not somebody who give money to anybody who is not, using it for Baba's seva. But we did that because that was the sensible thing to do at that time. You couldn't leave her like that at night. It was not emotional. It was about, a woman, alone at night. And then she went and she took a hotel and slept that night. And then next morning, she took a train and went to her father's place. So the thing is, you see, you don't need to be told what to do, what not to do if you're soul conscious. And there are no obligations, there are no duties. There are just sensible acts that you do when you're soul conscious. And with every, in every situation, with every person, you will figure out what to do, how much to do, when to do, when you are soul conscious. And when you're body conscious, you get caught up in all of this nonsense of, you should do this, you should do that, and this is your duty, and this is your obligation, and this is your, religious duty, this is your social duty, this is that. So Baba says, no, your only duty is to remember me and be pure, and this is the path to go back to liberation in life. But then you are here until you go back. So when you're soul conscious, you choose purity, and then you do everything in a soul conscious manner by making decisions time to time. Yes, so this is Baba's Shrimad today. Om Shanti. Anybody wants to share anything, please do.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Hanji.
Today Baba spoke that people in Bhakti, they practice many kinds of fastings. But for we Brahmin children, we have to make only one choice of purity.
Yes. Yes.
Fasting we have to do.
Yes.
And we should not keep any expectations here. And for that, Baba told about Mohojit,
Yes.
rather how they are in Satyug, and
Yes.
uh, Santoshi Mata.
Yes. Yes. So Baba says you are the one with all attainments. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good morning,
Good
Shilpa
morning.
Didi.
Good morning, Bhai.
Today learned about liberation of life and soul consciousness. It should be through awareness and practice.
Yes.
Thank you, Shilpa Didi.
Thank you, Ji. Anybody else?
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Today, from this lecture, I really liked one thing, that is, we have to make really a good effort to be soul consciousness, and we have to be non-influenced by anything, maybe environment, people, their behavior, just like lotus.
Yes.
And my purity should be my decision. It is not depending on anyone else's decision. And I have right to be peaceful irrespective of situations and people. Thank you, Bibi.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Is that all, or anybody else wants to speak? Okay. Om Shanti. Let's thank Baba for some time.